What's going on, y'all? So listen. So we are back again for another episode review. I believe next week is next week the season. Let me put this. Let me see. Is next week the season finale? Because I think on the 19th, that's when If Loving You Was Wrong come back. And baby, I can't wait how they gonna play that shit out. Okay, they charging Kelly with murder. Murder was the case that they gave me. Bitch, it don't really say, but whatever. This episode, it was cute for whatever. It was cute. It was cute. I'm gonna give you that. And it was gut wrenching at the end. Ugh, Jesus. Before I really get into this episode, I just want to send out, still send out some prayers to those who are suffering from Hurricane Harvey out there in Houston. Y'all trying to get y'all life together. Still hang in there. And I'm not sure it's not Harvey, but Irma. That bitch coming, okay? That bitch is coming to the islands, okay? To the West Indies, bitch. Child, it's a mess outside. All right, that bitch coming to the West Indies and, Jamaica, Bahamas, Puerto Rico, all of that area. Then it's coming up there to, Florida and probably North Carolina. And, I heard that it might go up to the East Coast too. And I don't know if it's going to double back over there to Texas too again. But all I got to say is I'm praying for everybody. And I know that everybody cannot evacuate because everybody does not have the means to. But if you can, and they tell you to evacuate, because I heard Hurricane Irma then went the fuck up to Category 5, okay? So, get your plans together and please be safe. And then Tropical Storm Juan or Jose, whatever the fuck, that's coming and that's about to be upgraded to a hurricane. Look, it's just a lot going on. It's just a lot going on. This is what happens in nature, okay? Global warming, climate change, quit with the fucking conspiracy theories. Like, bitch, get out of here with that shit. But, pay attention in science. Anyway, so now that we got that out, I'm really praying because I'm scared. I'm dead ass scared. And I ain't even there, but I'm just scared for the people. After seeing Hurricane Harvey, okay, y'all got my love and y'all got my prayers for real, for real. But let's get into haves and the have-nots. So, we start off with Jim and Katherine in the bed after they get through. Katherine played the shit out of Jim. Jim really thought, and I can't stand when men do this stuff. Y'all think with y'all dicks and y'all think that y'all can control the situation and y'all can get a bitch dick whipped and all this stuff and, get her to do whatever the fuck it is that you want her to do, especially a bitch that's pulling the strings. Y'all dumb. You can't get a smart bitch. Well, let me take that back because some of y'all females, y'all fall for the shit. Y'all do. Admit it. All right. Shit happens sometimes. But Jim didn't assess this situation correctly, okay? She wants to divorce your ass. She don't give a shit about you. All right? She said she stopped taking your dick a long time ago. All right? She knew that you had hoes and stuff and, doing all this stuff about trying to get back with him and trying to say that you love her and all this shit. Katherine wasn't falling for the bullshit. Katherine said, so you love me, right? What's my birthday? He was like, February. She was like, no, bitch. Celine's birthday is in February. I said, bitch, I ain't heard Celine name this whole damn season. Where the fuck Celine go? Did he have her taken out? I'm dead ass serious. Or did she just run the fuck away? She just said, you know what? I ain't got time to deal with this white boy. Like, my mama always said, these gringos, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, And she just said, fuck it, deuces. Okay? But, she was like, my birthday is in June. When is Wyatt's birthday? He got Wyatt's birthday down. And she was like, okay, fine. So when is our anniversary? And it was like, bitch, I ain't got time for all this stuff. I said, well, say it, bitch. Say it. So he said the day, she was like, this is where you fucked up at. You really thought that, coming up in here, busting me off a little something was really going to get me to fall back in your arms. Listen, I don't love you, okay? You don't love me. Let's quit the bullshit. Now, when I leave this bitch, you better be gone too, okay? When I come back, if you here, I will blow your ass away just like I blew Jennifer. I will take the same gun that I killed Jennifer Salisbury with, and I will blow you just like I blew you just now. I said, Katherine, you better do that shit, bitch. She said, bitch, you want to try to play me? I'm going to play you. I'm going to get my nut. Okay, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And you gonna leave too, empty fucking handed. So this boy, he gets on the phone and he calls freaking David. David, oh my God. David is a hopeless case, okay? And he's just so naive and he is so in lust. It's not love, it's lust, okay? He finally thinks that he got somebody that's really going to pay attention to him and giving him that affection that he's been yearning and letting him be the man. That's what it is. Erica is letting him be the man, quote unquote. And I really feel like at this point in time, I don't know if Erica's still playing the game because, her and Candace, that shit fucked up right now. But I think she's still latching on to David because she need a security blanket and because War is dead. So she need a meal ticket. So she gonna stay with what, this her next mark and she gonna ride this shit out until he catch on and say, bitch, you gotta get the fuck out. Okay, and I still really do feel like she got some real feelings for David. You can't tell me no different. But David got her all up in his place. I said, David, this place is kind of cute. Little bachelor pad and everything. Who decorated this shit? Bitch, I know it wasn't you. Erica asked the same question. It was like, no, the people at the store did. I said, I knew it. I knew it because I would have did the same thing. Bitch, I ain't got a decorating bone in my goddamn body. But anyway, arts and crafts was not my forte. But he was basically like, it's a 1-bedroom. He all trying to be protective and, I really wish you would tell me his name. She was like, what you gonna do? Don't worry about that. I just want you to tell me his name. It was like, nah, I just want to leave that in the past and stuff like that. I don't want to talk about it no more. And it was like, you know what? She said, what would you do? Just act like I wasn't here. Do what you would be doing if I wasn't here. If you weren't here, you ain't know what I would be doing? Figuring out a way trying to get you here. I said, David, stop. I'd have been like, oh, really? You think I'm easy like that? Hell yeah. Okay. I said, David, you better run them smooth lines on that bitch. Okay? Y'all both run the game on each other. And David just too blind to see it because he just pussy whooped right now. He got a young thing that's after him and she making him feel like a man and shit. All right? He was like, basically told her it's a 1-bedroom. He got a big ass bed and he want her to stay. I said, pause that. You doing too much, David. Then he gets this phone call from, Jim. Jim, and this is after he called Jeffrey. He told Jeffrey, where you at? Don't talk to your mom. He found out about the body and how it was his Jaguar car keys was buried there with the bracelet. He don't know who the bracelet is. And I said, that's Benny's. But okay. So it was like, just, if you got to go to another hotel, go to another hotel, because if your mama know where you at, you need to go somewhere else. Don't answer any of her phone calls or anything like that. Wyatt called him. I said, look at Wyatt living his best white boy clean life. I said, you better do that. Maybe Anna is, but then again, I still don't trust that bitch, so I ain't gonna give her all of that. He want him, but Anna do got him out there in some fresh fucking air, looking clean as shit. I said, look at you. You really look smart and clean-headed, and like your head is just clear as fuck. He like, oh my God, Jeffrey, you should come out here and walk around with us in the park and take pictures. I said, look at Wyatt. He was like, you still fucking around with that dude? Is that dude with you or something? Because Jeffrey was like, I just got a lot of shit going on, so I can't do it. But it's good to hear you so clear. He was like, you fucking around with old boy? It was like, no, I ain't fucking around with him. He was like, you need to get that nigga, he needs to get checked, okay? Because he a creeper. He was at my apartment when they came up here talking to me with the DA, and he was just looking and stuff. He was like, all right, I talk to him. I'm talking to him. But you do what you do. Have a good time, and it's nice to hear that you're doing well. Bye-bye. He was like, okay, dude. I said, that's cute. I love their friendship, though. He did not give up on that man because he knew. Maybe because he still loved him, but still. I think even if you take that in-love aspect out of it, Jeffrey is that type of person that's going to be there for his friends regardless, So that's nice. When Jim calls David, he basically called David and said, bitch, the plan backfired. David said, what are you talking about? He said, girl, I just had to do something that was so beneath me, and it took so much out of me just to do it. I said, girl, what are you talking about? He said, And this is where Jim is completely trash. Jim said, "You know I ain't been attracted to Katherine in a long time. I just took one for the fucking team, bitch. You know, it was so traumatic." I said, "It was traumatizing to you that you had to sleep with your actual wife? Bitch, she didn't want you to, but you forced yourself on her, basically. And now you want to say you had to take it for the team?" And basically telling David to do the same thing with Veronica. Because we got to get these bitches in line, okay? They are out of control. And it was like, well, that plan failed. We need to get them two in the same building or whatever. He was like, I mean, we can do that, but I ain't fucking that bitch. I said, thank you, David. Don't lower yourself to that shit. And the way Jim was talking about Katherine, he basically said she was disgusting to be with. I said, you slimy ass bitch. Let me tell you something. It's so much shit that's into this. He don't want to lose that money. Plus, he don't want to go to jail. Katherine said, girl, I don't give a fuck if you go to jail or not. Or if I go to jail, bitch. I don't give a shit about you. As long as I ain't bag you, we all to the fucking good. But anyway, David gonna do what he do on that. When Justin comes down there, because Jeffrey called Justin, was like, yo, I need to speak to you. He was like, okay, when? Now. He was like, oh, okay. He comes down and, you know, he was like, what's going on? He said, well, we need to have a conversation. No, just shut the fuck up and let me talk, okay? You need help, bruh. I said, thanks for being blunt. He ain't sure you need help. What you trying to say? I'm crazy? No, I ain't saying you crazy. I ain't saying nothing wrong. But nigga, the shit that you doing about you talking about something, you falling in love with me and all this stuff. Nah, bruh, I ain't in love with you. This ain't nothing. He kept on talking like they had a relationship. He said, baby, we ain't in no relationship. He was like, what did you think I called you down here for? Girl, I thought you was calling me down here to break up with me. He was like, we don't have nothing to break up. Okay, what are you talking about? We're not together. He was like, well, maybe you ain't in a relationship, but I'm in a relationship. I was with Jeffrey. Baby, it takes two to be in a relationship. What are you talking about? And you claim that you ain't fucked up? Like, girl, what's going on? And he was like, you really need to get some help. That's to deal with all this stuff. All right, you got some conflicting emotions that you need to figure out, and I'm just not the one to do it. But I can give you a list of people that are really good, you know, that I worked with in the past, and get yourself figured out. He was like, I just love you and all. I said, girl, Jeffrey, let this shit go. Change your number. Don't answer his phone. You probably want to go and move to another county because that fatal attraction, that fish ain't going to stop, all right? Then all of a sudden, he going to say, Jeffrey phone's ring. And here he go. Who is that? Is that him? I said, it's Jeffrey. Which one is him? Okay, because Jeffrey got the men's calling. All right, they all calling. So which one you talking about? You got to be specific, okay? And it was like, no, bitch, it's my mama. And he said, well, you missed the call. She gonna call back, and she sure enough did. She was like, Jeffrey, so what you need to do is bring your ass down here to the house, and you know, I'm gonna tell you this. You over there with that boy, girl? No. It was like, I said, Jeffrey, you paused too soon. You paused too long. And that's how Veronica knew that you was lying. And it was like, no, I ain't with him. Yes, you are. Put me on speakerphone. Put me on speakerphone. I said, Jeffrey, you could have faked like you put on speakerphone, but you can't tell when you on speakerphone and when you're not most of the time. But he put on speakerphone, and she was like, hey, you disgusting ball of yarn. I said, what the fuck? Listen here, little girl. So, I'm about to go down to court, and Jeffrey, if you're not here in an hour, I'm not going to defend your ass. I'm basically going to hang your ass out to dry, okay? So, if you want me to, you know, do this shit for you, you need to bring your ass to the house within the next hour. And, you know, little boy, little girl, as she called him, she basically said, I'm going to go down there and do my case, and then I'm going to go down to your wife's chambers and tell her to recuse herself from this case because of the involvement, you know, that you were doing with his my son, okay? And it was like, and I would show her the video and all this stuff if he is not down there. It was like, he ain't gonna do that. Justin think Veronica is really playing games. And I said, Justin, ain't nobody scared of you, okay? And not that bitch. That bitch got stabbed by her own son, okay? And still fucking with him. That didn't stop her, bitch. You sure ain't unless you put a bullet to the brain. You know, on the preview when he was like, you better stop. And he grabbed her up. She was like, what you doing? Grabbing on my $4,000 dress or whatever. keep on playing. I'm gonna show you what a real Black Lives Matter is. I said, bitch, that was kind of cute. That was kind of cute the way she did that. I said, don't do that. Don't take advantage of the movement like that. Okay, we already under scrutiny and shit. We don't need people playing games, right? Stop that shit, Veronica. But Justin looked a little shook and shit. I'm like, Justin, if I was you, I'd do what the fuck she say, because that bitch is crazy. All right, hell, even that's the main reason why David told Jeffrey not to fuck with her. She was like, stay away from her, because if you have one of your bits of rage and you take that shit out on that bitch, it is what it is. But that's what happened with that. Anything else with those? I'm trying to get cause I'm trying to fast forward through this whole thing, cause let me fast forward. Okay, I talked about that. Oh yeah, Barack Jr. He giving his little speech to the people. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming out, and I want to thank you guys for all the support and all the love. I love you guys, and I appreciate it, and I am very, very glad that you want me to be your next president. So yeah, have a good one. I was like, okay, whatever. So they get on the bus and shit. Landon come back there talking to him. He was like, let me just say this. I want to apologize for my actions, for what I did to your friend. He was like, Candace, okay. I was like, yeah, for doing what? Calling the cops on her, and what else? Going behind your back, and what else? Just being an asshole. It was like, oh, okay, yeah. And he showed him, the website. I cleaned her up. If you typed in her name, this is what you will find, and it's very little that you will find. No escorting, no nothing like that. I was like, okay, good. And he was like, but sir, let me ask you something. Are you sure? Shut the fuck up. He was like, you know what? You're right. It was like, it's good that you got the nomination. You're going to be president. And he said, yeah, after this whole thing is over with, maybe me and you can have a drink in the Oval Office. He was like, okay, cool. Ladies just stood there like, he was like, bro, do you want anything else? No. Go. Okay. I said, is Lennon and Charles brothers? Because they got the same kind of look to them, all right? But anyway, Charles called Candace and trying to see how she is, and she's in one of her moods and stuff like that, and I just knew shit wasn't about to go down the way that it was. Okay, this is where shit hit the fan. Hannah goes with Benny to the funeral home. Katherine did offer and say that she was going to pay for the funeral. So they about to view the body, and that's, the body was out there, I guess. I've never been to a funeral like that, that you viewing bodies and then you go, I don't know how funerals work, okay? The ones that I went to didn't have a body there. They didn't have a casket or whatever, and I only been to 2, okay? And, so no, I never knew that. I didn't know that's how they did that shit, and I don't want to see no shit like that. So it is what it is. They get there. They talking to the funeral director about the programs and which coffin they want to put the baby in, and it's this white coffin. Hannah, it's the cheaper one. Hannah said put him in there because Hannah is already don't want feeling the way that Katherine is paying for it, so she's not trying to overdo it and take advantage. That's how she doing it in her mind. Even though the funeral director said, I hear and I know that Katherine Cryer is the one that's going to be paying for this, and she said spare no expenses, like whatever one you want you can get it. And he was even trying to get her to get the blue one, which is the more expensive one. He was trying to make his money, okay? The funeral business is a business, okay? It's a moneymaker. People die every damn day, So he was just trying to get every milk for every nook and cranny, you know what I'm saying? He was just doing his job. And trying to say it in such a polite tone too. I think you would like this one better. No, I would want that white one. I said I want the white one. He was like, do you want an open casket or closed casket? I want an open casket. Ma, I think we should do closed casket. No, I wanted that open casket so that they can see what them thugs did to this child and what this gun violence is doing. I said, okay, make a statement. Put that out there. All right. Bitch, next thing you know, Candace brought her ass in here. Now, see, some people may disagree with me on this aspect of it. Yes, Candace was a little bit rude, but Candace is also grieving too. And I don't care what nobody says. Candace did care for Lil Quincy Jr. Candace did a whole bunch of shit to get him back, but because of the shit that she got herself into, that's why she couldn't be around him the way that she wanted to and she should have been. All right, but let's not forget, Hannah did not really have official custody of, Quincy to be making all these decisions, and she was only making these decisions because Candace was not there yet. As soon as Candace came in, she should have just went on ahead and let Candace do what she do, because Candace is the mother. If you want to do this shit and you already fucking blaming me and all this shit, bitch, you want to claim you love your son more than I love him, and I don't love him, and I couldn't protect him, since you want to think that, hey, I did this shit. When Candace was grieving, I'ma just chalk that shit up to the fact that Candace was grieving. Cause bitch, some of the shit that was coming out of Candace's mouth, I said, little girl, I know you grieving, but you being tad bit disrespectful as fuck, okay? I get that you ain't got no, you got an issue with your mama, but at this point in time, do you really, really feel like she will put your child in harm's way just to get back at your ass? Bitch, to get back at your ass, she probably would have called the cops and had your ass locked the fuck up. That's what she probably would have did. Not harm her grandchild, who she really cares for. And you really said that you weren't protecting him. And you went in there and you ain't get shot or nothing like that. And it should have been you. I said, girl, you are doing but I said, you know what? She grieving. She grieving. But then I said, bitch, you disrespectful as fuck. But when they was going back and forth with the funeral director about what casket she wanted for the child and all this stuff, and at that moment, I truly 100% feel like they should have just said, fuck it, Candace, you the mama, go ahead and do what you do. Because technically, she is his mama, and it should be her say, regardless of whether or not she was around or not or whatever, because she was out here trying to fix her shit. Technically speaking, Hannah wasn't even supposed to have Quincy Jr. He was supposed to be up with the social worker or whatever. Y'all remember when Candace straightened that social worker to get the baby and all that shit, and then Hannah ran out from the hospital when he was sick and shit like that? Girl, it was just a fucking mess, okay? To be quite honest, neither one of them should have had the baby, all right? They weren't equipped, and, but technically speaking, that is Candace's child, and she should have been able to make or put her input in on the decision. All right, if she want that casket, let her get the casket. You already know this bitch gonna do something illegal to get the money, so let her do what she do. And 9 out of 10, she probably wasn't gonna do it illegal. She probably was gonna ask Charles to pay for it, and she wasn't doing nothing to blackmail him. And when Hannah came out and said, how you gonna pay for it? Oh, so you with that Charles boy, huh? That presidential candidate. I said, bitch, how you come out of blue air with that? She said, I seen him on the TV talking about he a close friend of the family. He know the family and all that stuff. The only way he would have known us is if he was fucking around with you and you trying to blackmail him. And see, this is what Candace's problem is. You've done so much fucking shit, even when you not trying to blackmail a person or do nothing dirty or whatever, people ain't gonna believe it because you have a track record of being a dirty bitch, okay? So that's why Hannah believes that that's what you gonna do. And, y'all know Charles gonna give her the money. He said, wait a minute, you gotta bet we burying him tomorrow, so we need that money right now. She said, bitch, I would bring it up in cash, okay? And the whole time, Benny just looking like, when she said that shit about, it should have been Hannah, Benny stepped up like, bitch, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. What you won't do is not do this shit because my mama was there for you. My mama was there for the son and all this shit. Candace snapped off on Benny and was like, bitch, and then it wasn't for you. I'm sick of your ass too. First of all, you could tell the relationship between Benny. Benny is a mama's boy, but Benny loves his sister and he respects her to a certain degree because I tell you, he hollered and defended his mama, okay? Because, bitch, what you won't do is talk about my motherfucking mama like that, and I'm standing right here and I know the shit that she did, okay? She was protecting little Quincy Jr., bitch. I was sitting there when War came up in there. He could have killed me. He could have killed Mitch. He could have killed every motherfucking body up in there, but it just so happened that your fucking son got killed, and it ain't her fucking fault. It's War fucking fault. And bitch, to be quite honest, you started all this shit when you did this shit with the blackmailing with Mr. Cryer. To be quite frank, that is where it's all started at. So bitch, who the fuck you talking to? She was like, bitch, you shut the fuck up, okay? And I'm tired of your ass. That tough shit went right out of Benny's throat, and the little boy that said, I look up to my big sister came up through and was like, what? I said, damn, Benny. That shit hit you hard real quick. Changed up in a second. He went from, so don't you ever, to, why you gotta talk to me like that? I mean, what? And Candace went off and said, but bitch, don't come at me like this about what I do. when you benefited from it. And to be quite frank, and to be honest, he has. You always asking her for money. She finds a way to get it. You don't not take it. You take it, whether it's illegal or not. And you know that it's illegal. You take it and you benefit from it. Whether or not it has a good consequence or a bad consequence, okay? She got you that tow yard. That was your dream. She got you a house, even though you only slept in it for probably 2 nights. She still got you that, okay? You needed to get some money to get out of this other stuff. She got you that, all right? So he was in his feelings. I said, damn, Benny, break his ass down real quick. But, you know, that whole time, they going back and forth, and I'm just sitting here like, the director is just looking like, these bitches got to get their shit together. Who I'm going to go to? Candy said, don't fucking talk to her. I am his mother, and I'm going to do it. If I say I'm going to do it, he's not going to get buried in no goddamn church. He getting buried over here, okay? The funeral ain't going to be tomorrow. It's going to be on Thursday. And you want to know why I said this? Because I'm his mother. And technically speaking, that's her right. That's her right. But I understand why Hannah stepped up, because Hannah was there, and Candace, you know, I can understand why other people probably feel like, you know, Hannah, well, Candace ain't had no right to come up in there and do all that when she not really been there, but Hannah ain't really been there either, okay, to be quite honest. Hannah, Lil Quincy only been in their custody for like a week or so, probably a month at the most, all right? So, you know, anyway, to be quite honest, like, whatever. Remember, when the show started, we didn't know what Quincy Jr. was, and she was doing all this shit trying to get Quincy Jr. back. Candace was, not Hannah. You know, that's why she wouldn't tell Hannah where he was, okay, because she didn't know, because she was trying to get him back because of the situation that Quincy Sr. was holding over her head. He was using him as a pawn trying to trap her, and she was trying to get around him to get him back, okay? Now, if she didn't give a fuck about him, she would have just left him with him, and he probably still would have been alive, or probably wouldn't. You never know. So I'm not going to sit here and say that she don't care about her son. But girl, it was just a lie. I said, and she flipped out. And next thing you know, she was like, and I don't want him in this cheap-ass casket or some shit like that. And opened up the goddamn casket, and Lil Quincy was up, and I said, what the fuck? I said, that's how y'all do. And I had to remember they was at the viewing. And he was like, you want to view the body? I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. She had a little breakdown too. I said, yeah, bitch, cry. Okay, cry. That is your motherfucking son, and y'all doing all this arguing and shit. She ripping up programs and stuff. You know the funeral director was gonna tell her, bitch, you're gonna have to pay for that. But that was the end of the episode, y'all. Tell me how y'all feel about it. And I will see you guys later on tonight for American Horror Story. And then after that, the Being Mary Jane video will be up right after. Okay? Peace.